What's up, YouTube? So today's topic, I'm gonna talk about the reasons why most spiritualists and most tarot readers are scammers and they're useless and they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. So a lot of tarot readers, if you pay attention, they all talk about the same shit. They talk about the same thing. They always talk about relationships. They always talk about connections. They always talk about what your past ex is doing and stuff like that, or like um they give a lot of people false hope. Um, and I feel like it's unhealthy because if you came back from a breakup or some type of heartbreak or if you have a codependency attachment towards someone or a trauma bond, then yeah, you're gonna have tarot readers who constantly talk about what your ex is doing or how do they view you or the next steps they're gonna take or do. Um, is going to keep you at a constant state of guessing and hoping. When you have that false sense of hope, it's going to keep you stuck. And tarot readers that do shit like this, they know what they're doing. Some of them don't, but most of them are. Um, and that's how they're able to gain so much profit. That's how they're able to make a lot of money, a lot of recognition, a lot of views, a lot of subscribers from their fucking channel. If you They don't talk about career when it comes to tarot. They don't talk about your career. They don't talk about your family situation. They don't talk about like how to overcome generational curses, how to overcome like with this societal issues, worldly issues. No, they only talk about like things when it comes to your connections. Why is that? It's so they could draw people in, so they could feed off of their codependency, so they could give by giving them false hope. That's how they gain so much people like that. And not only that, but like with tarot, um, it keeps people at a constant state of fear and guessing, which in turn will keep having people constantly return to their tarot readers, whether it be like booking personal readings or like or paying them to watch their videos or supporting them. It makes them feel good. That's why, because they're not doing the people who most people who subscribe to tarot readings and tarot channels, they're not doing their healing work, and they're bypassing their healing, they're bypassing their trauma. So they use spirituality and tarot as a way for them to cope their like how they're feeling. And that gets dangerous because like I said, tarot readings, they use tarot to give people false hope. Um it may sound accurate because they're tapped in spiritually, but you could be tapped in spiritually and get the wrong downloads. You could be tapped in spiritually, but do not know what the fuck you're talking about. Being tapped in spiritually is no different than being high on drugs, being high on ayahuasca. And not only that, but also with tarot readers and spiritualists, they talk about things based on their own life experience. Just because they talk about things based on their own life experience doesn't mean it's gonna apply to your life or doesn't mean it's true. How they view life a certain way. So they make videos talking about how they view life and they think and they're thinking it's facts when in reality it's not. This is why Chauncey one on his YouTube channel said you have to experience life. Life is the best teacher. The problem with most spiritualists, most tarot readers, they don't they're not encouraging their subscribers or viewers to live life. They're not, they're just telling them how life is. In reality, it's not how life is. They're just projecting how they view life towards their subscribers and viewers. So that's how they're able to gain so much popularity, pretty much. And not only that, but a lot of spiritualists are very predictable. So they talk about the same shit. They talk about I don't know what the fuck they talk about, to be honest. They just talk out their asses. They talk about things with no real solution. So they whine a lot, they complain a lot, they bitch a lot and stuff like that. And even the changes that they have in mind, they themselves don't even take action like that. So that could cause that could be dangerous because then they're just pretty much all talk, but they're taking no action. Um, yeah. So also, there's different type of spiritual videos as well. You have another type that talks about they make up life scenarios or life stories that aren't even true or they're not even accurate. But for example, it's hard to explain. And also, a lot of tarot readers and a lot of spiritualists, they all make the same videos. They all make very similar videos. For example, why is that a lot of people talk about chosen ones? You're the chosen one. Signs, you're the chosen one. Or another thing, gang stalking. A lot of people talk about gang stalking. 3, humiliation ritual. What the fuck is a humiliation? What the fuck is a humiliation ritual? I never heard that word before until like I kept seeing these fucking videos pop up into my channel. I mean, they keep popping up into my recommendations when I'm not even subscribed to them. So that's the problem with, you have a lot of spiritualists or a lot of Gen Z or just a lot of people, because for some reason YouTube is becoming very popular to where everyone thinks they can have their own they can have their own YouTube channel, but the problem is that if they're not putting in work in real life, then they're pretty much useless when it comes to their channel. But they can still have a large following. How do I know this? I've spoken and I've interacted and I've dealt with women who are very spiritual. I've also interacted with a couple women who have a large following when it comes to their tarot videos, and they have a lot of trauma. They have a lot of dismissive avoidance. They don't take accountability. They're very fearful in life, and they don't have real knowledge. They just use spirituality as for them to cope or as an escape for them to put their energy onto, and a substitute to actually face themselves and to heal their trauma. There's why they have so much information, so much knowledge. They post every day. They have a large following because what they're saying is not even good. It's just they do have gifts, spiritual gifts that are tapped in, but if you're not doing the healing work, if you're not healing your trauma, then your spiritual knowledge is not going to be either accurate or is not going to really do anything, because and these people are not going to be happy because they're just talking about shit that they themselves aren't taking action for. They just like to make their subscribers feel good. If you watch a lot of spiritual videos and a lot of tarot videos, all they do is make you feel good. That's it. So it's a source of entertainment. So you're not really getting anything useful when it comes to their videos. It's not helpful. It's not, it doesn't benefit you. The only thing it benefits you is that it makes you feel good about yourself, because you have a low self, because most people have a low self-esteem and they have a lot of trauma and they don't know who to go to. So when you have these spiritualists or these tarot channels, they use their tarot cards, their tarot videos, and they use their make-believe spiritual information to draw people in. This is why they talk about chosen ones, signs you're the chosen one, like how do people view you, or they'll make up scenarios aren't even true. Like it's hard to explain. Literally, they'll make videos about. And it's hard to explain, but basically they'll make believe videos and situations that aren't even true. And then that's how they're able to draw people in. So that's all I gotta say. I'm gonna make videos in my car because in my apartment it has a fucking echo, and I don't want to wake people up. It's late at night, and yeah. So I'm gonna make videos more in my car. Have a good one. Peace.